Alright, Stellar Blade, one of my favorite games. I'm absolutely anticipating and waiting for the longest time, man. Man, this model is absolutely gorgeous. Stunning, stunning young lady.
Welcome to the world of Stellar Blade. The story begins on post-apocalyptic Earth, where a mysterious enemy called the Natiba has forced the human race to flee to an off-world colony. Players will take control of Eve, a member of the 7th Airborne Squad. Her mission is to save the planet by defeating the Elder Natiba. All we must do is complete the mission. While most of the 7th Airborne Squad is lost during their descent from the colony, Eve soon meets 2 new companions. Adam, born on Earth, is in pursuit of an energy source called hypercell.
Make sure to stay cautious. It's where the Alpha Natiba is.
So this must be 8 or 7.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a Mass Effect vibe
Lily,
in it as well.
A member of the 5th Airborne Squad, provides engineering support.
Lily Artemis II. Then I can be your engineering support.
She puts her technical knowledge to use by upgrading Eve's equipment throughout the game.
Here, done.
Very cool.
Does feel different.
This is Zion, a city built underneath the wasteland by the last human survivors on Earth.
A whole city underneath the wasteland.
Eve is called Angel by the survivors and is an object of both awe and fear.
I'm not selling anything to you.
They'll seem a bit wary at first, but will gradually loosen up as Eve shows a commitment to rebuilding the city.
Hello, Angel. How are you?
I see we have guests.
I can't believe the angel is here.
The survivors will sometimes ask Eve for help.
Please save my younger sister!
Wait right here.
Really cool. There's actually an open world aspect into this game as well.
Their requests will often lead her to the wasteland and the Great Desert. This place has been overrun by Natibas.
Oh, my badass, man.
And malfunctioning machines and robots.
A supply camp in a place like this.
You'll occasionally find supply stations set up by previous airborne squads. At each camp, Eve can purchase various consumable items, acquire new skills.
So you're gonna really can make different builds. So build crafting is gonna be a thing in this game now.
She can also take a well-deserved break to restore her health. Eve will often encounter people in need, and other non-human beings who may need her help.
Request your assistance.
Whether to assist or ignore them is entirely up to the player. On her journey to defeat the Elder Natiba, Eve will sometimes encounter hostile survivors. Or
very cool looking
something
monster.
worse.
Man, this game has everything. A stunning open world with a Mass Effect cyberpunk type of a vibe in it.
All airborne squad members exist for one sole purpose.
You mean the extinction of all Natibas, right?
Oh,
To think that the point of your existence is to snuff out another species.
yo,
It is not an
man.
easy fight.
It's fine. I can do this alone.
It won't be easy.
Angel, that's the unofficial name for members of the Eve Airborne Squad.
The jiggle effect is real.
The hatred, but I cannot feel the source.
I will find it, and I will make it pay.
Opening. It's windy.
No more lights to blind my eyes. Choose what you lose.
It's a collapse.
And now take up the sword.
The drone is
different.
This is no longer the drone you knew.
So close to the goal, headed to light that I will hold. Now it's time, together what's lost. Show me how stars fall down and still shine bright. Wherever you go, then I'll be your side, so that we can.
Yeah, nice.
I'll keep through all.
Stunning, man. Absolutely stunning. Yo, that is hands down, the best looking game of the year, man. That is going to be stunning as fuck. I have to say it, man. I'm absolutely amazed, and I'm really anticipating this game. And I hope there's a collector's edition, of at least a special edition of this beautiful game. This game is going to be absolutely amazing. It has like a Mass Effect type of a vibe into it, combined with cyberpunk and an open world experience with a brutal combat that we know I love with the Soulsborne game, because you know I love my Soulsborne games as a Souls from Software fanatic itself. That is literally my top tier, my most anticipated game itself. The one thing I also love about this Stellar Blade, not only because the character is dropped as beautiful, it reminds me a little bit as the old school Lara Croft, you know, a young, beautiful young lady who is strong, who is intelligent, and just simply badass just to look at that to play with. That is simply and refreshing if it comes to games. I absolutely don't give a shit about whatever we keep hearing in the West and these social culture, wokeism, whatever these people are having discussions in the West right now. It's nothing to do with us here in Africa itself. So I'm 100% for 1000% really anticipating this game, Chad. I'm really am. It's really one of my favorites. 2024 is going to be an stellar game year for us to enjoy. For lots of amazing games are coming out. Yeah, but this woke agenda, it's absolutely, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on in the West, but it is a thing about them. The thing is that they are discriminating this young lady because she's dropped dead gorgeous. The funny thing is about this is that she's literally a character model of a real life young lady itself. They literally 3D printed her into the game itself. And to showcase the beauty, of course, of their culture, and this aspect is the Korean culture. If I'm wrong, definitely let me know. I do apologize. But they want to showcase the beauty of their culture. What is the best way to do it? By showcasing through a beautiful young lady. If people in the West want to introduce their culture towards creating characters that look like fucking Shrek themselves, that's your fucking thing. But don't go and discriminate the rest of the fucking world because they want to show the beauty of their culture towards the beauty of their women and their ladies itself. I can always applaud that, hands down, because I'm a massive weep. Like, you know, anime is very popular here in Africa itself. We all grew up with anime here. And the one thing that there's always been a steadfast thing, if you are watching all anime, is always the portraying of beautiful young ladies that appeals to us to understand a little bit more about the Asian cultures as in generally. If you're walking here in Kinshasa itself, you're going to see lots of businesses and, of course, beautiful young ladies who work here in the street of Kinshasa itself, doing the daily thing. So just the idea that they're trying to portray in the West that there's no such thing as beautiful people, I think I've understand this argument left and right, why people are at least not pushing this game forward or giving the necessary publicity that it needed. Just because the young lady looks so fucking gorgeous itself is absolutely the most ridiculous thing. Lucky for us, this game is really popping up in our feed. At least on my feed is popping up quite often. And I'm really excited to see. So if this game was going to come out, I'm 100% going to stream it. And I hope there's a collector's edition about this game, because I'm definitely going to buy it. I'm going to put it right there to annoy motherfuckers out there trying to discriminate this young lady for no fucking reason, because this is absolutely not necessary. Yeah, this wokeism needs to be drafted. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. It's yeah, it's true. Most of these guys, to be honest, guys, I'm not a politic streamer, not whatsoever, nothing to do with me. But indeed, and in the West right now, it's from some weird reason, women wants to be portrayed like men, whatever. Indeed, there's no fucking reason for young men to be drafted to go and fight the moronic conflict that's going left and right for a patch of land they will never set foot on. So if women wants to be men, I would say for every young guy out there, don't let yourself get drafted to put yourself in a fucking conflict you have nothing to do with. Half of you guys ever put you in a map and tell me what Yemen is, Palestine or Kiev, none of you are going to understand where the fuck the thing is on the map to begin with. So if the women wants to be men, you guys go and fight. Your ancestors fought the first and the second world, and you guys gonna do it now. I'm guys will put it out there. I'm not a politic guys, but just this kind of discussion just annoy me because this game needs to have a little form of a cloud itself and needs to be promoted in the right way. It's a beautiful game with an open world experience, with a brutal combat system, and it's really looked like a character that have a very depth looking form of a character of themselves. You know, it's something that it's refreshing to see in this day and age right now. That is definitely a game I'm going to play very, very much. I'm really hoping, anticipating it. So I ask you guys, chat, give this game definitely a proper chance. Like, but I'm definitely gonna do. I'm just gonna test drive the shit out of this game, and we'll see how it's going to bring. You know, this is literally in my top tier right now. I'm my top 5 most anticipated games of 2024. I want to say 2023. We are in a new year right now, moving forward. Yeah, this type of social discussion is not going to happen for us here in Africa because, yeah, maybe it always comes a little bit later, but for us, we are lucky in that because our society is a little bit different. It's no shade, don't get me wrong, it's no shade, and I just find it ridiculous that people are trying to discriminate a young lady because it's beautiful. It's like saying there's no such thing as beautiful people in this world. Fuck's sakes, man. People literally discover each other's races through the beauty of their women itself. That's how people get intrigued. That's why you always see these young guys, for example, the recent video for the young guy in Ivory Coast right now who was watching the Khan, and he was suddenly start dancing across the crowd. He was having fun. That's how people discover things, you know. You probably go on a holiday, you meet some beautiful young lady, and you know, through that you start to learn more about Africa or the places you are traveling towards to, because you find something that you love. And most of the 9 out of the 10 times, because you find yourself a beautiful little young lady, you want to understand more about her culture and moving forward. That little dance that the guy did really, it really was funny. But hurt myself up, man. One love, man. Go do your thing, you know. Of any other images we see left and right of young guys, you know, and we traveling around Africa and just going to the villages and just discovering our culture a little bit and see how warm and open we are here in Africa itself, and just across the board, you know, don't get me wrong, just across the board. It's 9 out of 10 times because they probably met somebody, beautiful young lady that really showcased the beauty of our culture and of course the beauty of our continent just in generally. The reason I'm really trying to emphasize this, that guys in chat, for you know how it is, I don't like discrimination, none whatsoever. It really pisses me off, but I really want this game to have a proper sunlight, whatever you call it in English, a proper chance to be showcased in a proper way, because it's a proper way to introduce a new culture to the rest of the world. It's through, yeah, the beauty of your women. It's as simple. If the West wanted to introduce their culture to women that look like Shrek, that's your fucking thing, man. But don't discriminate rest of the world in it. But anyway, let's continue watching the state of play. And of course, expect this game to be streamed as much as heavily as humanly possible right here in the channel itself. I'm definitely going to enjoy this game, hands down, hands fucking down, man.